Yo, Avish.
Hey, Fred.
Hey, here we go. So, anyway, let's go ahead and just talk about our stuff here.
Yeah.
So, talk to me.
Sure. I mean, not a whole lot new to report since last week. Just started doing a little bit of work on this workbook product. Um, but as I said, this kind of week was a little bit busy, so I'm hoping to have it mostly done by next week. And yeah, I've been doing the video posting thing, so I got a couple video blog posts a week up on Speak an Expert. Got the easing back up, so I'm pretty. It's gonna take a little time to build all that up, but I'm pretty excited about where it's going. And by the way, I can't see your screen right now.
Oh, you can't. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, what about now?
Yep.
Okay, so where are the videos?
It's just these blog posts. These are all video blog posts now.
Yeah, so I clicked on blog, but I don't see it.
No, all those posts are video posts.
Oh, these are. Okay. How would I know that?
Uh, that I don't know.
I wouldn't. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I can look at. I mean,
so
adding a thumbnail or something. I don't know that you necessarily need to at that point.
oh, so this is an example, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let me just see here. Haven't checked this out.
Hi, this is Avish Parashar from SpeakingExpert.com. One bit of advice I hear a lot of speakers espouse is that to really start your program strong, what you want to do is get to the event early and then schmooze and network with the people who are there before you speak. That way, when you speak, you've kind of warmed up the crowd, you've met a bunch of people, you've
I sort of think you're over articulating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you're not as natural as you are normally, and I think that your natural is so good already that and the other thing I would change is I'd change your background. Make sure you have a non-lighted background.
Okay.
But I really think that you come across your verbal articulation is so good when you aren't trying that when you try it kind of looks a bit like much, I think, for you.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't recall trying, so I'm gonna have to do a few takes to. Like I said, I don't recall thinking to myself, I need to really articulate here, so I just got to kind of
Yeah,
constantly try to be more natural, I guess.
I think it just kind of says, I think that in normal conversation and in normal, just walking around, I think that you're so good that when I see this, I think, what's Avisha's like maybe trying too hard or something. It looks a little bit like not as good as the real you.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I never heard that before, so that's good to know.
Yeah, it looks over articulated, like it's not. Yeah, and what's cool is that you're so good without that you can just sort of, I think you can drop that and you'd be fine. So let me see let me see if there are this. So with this interview with David, is this video or audio?
That's just an audio.
Got it. Got it. How long did that run?
That one went a little bit long. That's about 30 minutes.
Oh, good. Excellent. And so, did doing this? By the way, that's just some good, honest feedback and critique. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Um, so the workbook that's going to go along with this product, when it's all said and done, how long do you think? You said 3 to 4. No, you said it was almost 10 pages, right?
Yeah, looking at that detailed outline I sent over, I mean, it could be even in the 15 to 20 page range.
Ah, okay. So up to 20 pages, perhaps.
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay, and that's going to be. Oh, that's going to be good because that'll be a really, really powerful thing. And did we decide that was going to be a giveaway?
I think we said this is going to be like $17.
17,
This
yeah.
is going to be our kind of get him to spend some money. So I kind of want to make it tremendous bang for the buck.
Yeah, I agree. And so when do you think we should record that?
Well, when we say we, I'm trying to figure out the best way to record it because this is going to be a guided workbook. So is that going to be for both of us, or is that going to be?
No. You're right. As a guided workbook, it should just be you. The one thing we could do is, as a bonus for people, is we could we could get it to a few select people and then do a little Q&A and have in each section have that as sort of bonus material.
Yeah, I think that'd be the Q&A with me and you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be. I think that would be great. So I'm trying to think timing wise. I'm hoping to have because I think the goal was to have kind of a rough kind of note version of the workbook done, then record the audio, then use that audio to go and finish finalizing the workbook.
I think we can get this up and selling as soon as you're done with, your portion of it, which is just going through the workbook and having the workbook itself. And then we can add that later on and have that, just still keep it at the same price, but just, have that as an additional thing.
Yeah, so I think I think about a week to get. By next week, I can have that kind of rough draft done, and the recording should just be a one-day thing. You sit down, you go through it for a couple hours.
Yep.
So I think it'll probably be ready for sale by the end of the month. Certainly.
Yeah, I would think so, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
not.
I think it's going to be a really, that'll be a great product.
Yeah, and then I'll go to like Fiverr, get someone cheap to put together a nice-looking cover and images for it.
No, you know who we're using for that is Kayla.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that last time. That's right.
Well, if she can do it, you know what? Depending on what it is, so, what kind of, whatever you want. You know what? Fiverr's probably better and faster anyway.
Yeah.
But for anybody who's watching this, Kayla's on Fiverr now too. Let's see if we can find her. Let's see if she's there yet. If we can find her, I think we could. Did we find her last time?
She was not up yet, I think. Or she like found her, but you weren't able to book her for anything.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll have to figure that out. So, well, that's really good. Then I'm excited about this. This is, I think this will be a really good entry level item, and then we can, start bumping people up.
Yeah, once we get them spending a little bit, and then realize there's a lot of value there, a lot of benefit, and this in and of itself will hopefully lead to direct coaching work for us because while it is a guided workbook, and fully believe if you go through it, you can really figure a lot of stuff out. Like you said, there'll be people who will look at it and say, "Hell, I need more help with this." So
yeah, and I think that yeah, this will be good. I'm excited. So let's see here. I was going to mention that I just I was out trying to get some sponsors for Kayla's volleyball team, and I was amazed at how easy it is to get certain businesses to donate. A lot of times they can't or they won't give you cash, right?
Right.
But it's not unusual that they will give you products. So, for example, I was just wondering, how we could use that here as ourselves, which is, I'll give you an example, which is I went to a local Starbucks and got them to give me, they ended up giving me 6 containers of coffee beans that people would grind. I mean, a retail value of close to $100, right?
Wow.
So I went to Office Depot and got these like raffle tickets where somebody takes one and then you put one in the bowl, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so I yesterday at her little event I generated like $72 worth of revenue from selling those for $1 a piece. And of course the guy who bought 5 tickets, who didn't even put his phone number or name on the back, said, "Hey, if I'm not here, just give it to the next person. No big deal." He ended up winning. But I think that this can also, we may be able to get some sponsors, to if they're not willing to give us something, we can get them to donate something that costs them virtually no money. And so I was thinking of other sort of, things that are speaking related. We might be able. Oh, the other thing, by the way, and I can't believe I didn't tell you this yet. We should put some links on our site. Go to B&H Photo. Let me just show you this. And look down here at the bottom. It's Rosh Hashanah today, so they have nothing going on. But down, check this out. See what I'm pointing to? Affiliate program.
Yep.
Let's sign yourself up there for us as an affiliate, and let's start looking at trying to generate some additional revenue just from links and stuff.
Yeah, I'll sign up for that, and then I'll probably need your help in terms of what products to link to.
Oh yeah, well I mean, microphones.
You can send it there in general, but you have a bunch of specific things where you're like, this is a good video, this is a good audio.
Yeah, I think that we could do a couple of general sort of areas, but Audio Technica wireless mics and those kinds of things, and some cameras. But basically anything, speakers will go nuts on that site, and just I would think if we're the ones that guide them in there, we get at least some commission. But I'm just trying to think of ways, because did you look at the traffic numbers recently, by the way?
Yeah, they're they're in that 15-ish range. Other than
15 daily.
Yeah, let me pull up the. Yeah, other than when we said the easy and stuff out last week, it spiked up to 57 to draw people back, and then right around there is also when we posted that podcast. So the days Wednesday we had 23, then 57, then 23, and then as you get farther away from those days, it's more around that 15 range.
Got it. So I'm thinking of other ways maybe we can bump up those numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it now. I mean, we've kind of now moved on from the 4-day-a-week thing or 4 posts-a-day thing. I think the build of the video posting combined with the partnering with the podcast, where those guys are driving traffic back to the site as well.
Yeah, that's
It might
great.
take a little bit of time, but I'm optimistic about that.
Yeah, I think that you can, with all of your relationships with all the various people at NSA, you can do a lot of whether it's and by the way, you can do Skype interviews as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I mean, kind of like you said, I know the lighting's not great with my current setup, so I got to kind of figure out where to position everything before I start upping it to video.
Well, it's really more important that the person that you're interviewing have the good lighting, because you're going to be in a smaller box down at the bottom.
That's true.
So as long as they have decent lighting, you're okay.
Right. That makes sense.
So I would, I think that especially given speaking such a visual medium, we may want to, offer that to people.
Yeah, I can do that. I have two in the can already, two more in the can already, which are audio, but for future ones I can start. Because with Skype, you can always just rip the audio off of the two.
Yep. That's good. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Sponsorships, I was thinking of sponsorships and affiliate relationships, trying to get those going. My poker book example, which is that, anything that we sort of learn in terms of the process, like learning how to play poker. And, Sabrina, I was going through some books today, and she says, well, when are you going to have your own book on poker?
Yeah.
And she's got a point, which is, as you're learning something, you should be putting stuff together and notes together that create a book for yourself, which is a no-brainer as well. And then I also put here, Bill Dewey speaking engagements, like you were helping them out, getting them in to see the Philly people, making sure that, that I'm telling him to have a product only, a product plus group coaching, and then an individual coaching. And since NSA really doesn't like you selling something, he's such a low-key guy. He'll just have those sheets available and tell people, hey, if you want to know more about what I offer, come up to me afterwards and take one of these sheets.
Yeah, which is a real simple way. And every chapter, I mean, they don't care if you give great content and have like a 1 minute sales pitch before the break.
Yeah, and you know what? Make sure and tell Bill that so that he doesn't feel like he can't pitch it at all. Um,
Yeah, I've already offered to him that if he wants help in terms of anything, making sure if he wants me to go over any of his content to make sure it's appropriate and going to fit with that audience.
yeah, he's going to
Totally
run it
cool.
by me and you, I think. But that's excellent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, you know what? I think that we've pretty much got what we want to do, and we know what we're doing. So I think we can pretty much we can move on and button it up for this week.